biggest like woo.
Sure, that's
right?
gonna be. It's
But,
always fun to see. Always a pleasure to get to to witness.
But I think LGD, it's such comfort heroes. Like look across the board, platinum, grandmaster, etc. Stuff like that too.
Yeah.
And it just versus the heroes that they have that they're up against. It looks like it does fit very nicely.
Oh, let's have a look here.
Ooh, quick early wards.
Getting out with the smoke. That ward down without being spotted. Setsu.
And let's see how these. Let's see. I'm gonna click through, see if I see any strange type itemization coming out. Anything out of the box? Now it looks like everything is pretty normal. I guess the only weirder one would be that the Drow has a magic stick, but you can see why. He's gonna be playing versus some type of spam lane coming out from like shield crash and disruptor stuff. So
Bug. Uh-oh, what's the bug? Fog.
ooh. We had another one earlier, right? They said bug before.
Whatever it was fixed though, because only a temporary pause, and then we were able to get back on the game.
And it's who was saying it?
That was the troll.
Shiro who was saying
What could it be?
Let me look around.
See anything?
He used his quelling. Let me see. Did he
What did he do?
quelling? But no. I mean, you can't tell.
Got a few whoops and helps being spammed here by PSG.LGD.
Well, this should either way be a really exciting match just to see Vici's at least attempt of the potential from them too, because I know they're definitely going to be on the rise. Yang, FY, incredible players that have been on the spectrum forever, have always been playing and stuff like that too. Erica, who's been around for a very long time. Puyoyo, for those who don't know. So I mean, it could be a really exciting matchup if they're able to at least like somehow make these type of lanes and stuff like that. I'm just worried because I think LGD just has a bit of a better, just a good amount of an advantage coming out from the drafting. And I also just think LGD, I think with Zeo, they just fit much better. I don't know. We haven't gotten too much of a sample size from it just yet, but yeah, they looked really good the other day. Look very confident. And Zeo, more flexible of a player. Because before, you know, Zhang Yu, they only had like, he's like a Blue Marcy player, so sometimes that can limit you a bit.
Pango should be good. Grandmaster tier.
And he's got heroes. I like what they pointed out at the end there. He's got heroes to go in for him. So sometimes we do see like for these off-lane Pangos, yeah, his lane is definitely going to suffer and stuff like that, but he has somebody to start the fights before him. So he can just like have the storm zip in and then he can follow up and stuff like that. So we'll see if it does end up going down that way. Should be a pretty, looking at it, should be a pretty active game. We're actually looking at like pretty limited cooldowns, right? We have like Pango roll and Disruptor ult. And then on the Radiant side, there's literally nothing. It's just Unleash. So, should be a pretty fast-paced game overall. Good, exciting team fights and stuff like that. Wondering what FY is going to be able to do on the Rubik. Because when I look at it, like, look at the spells he can steal. What can he actually get? It's like Rolling Thunder, right? Rolling Thunder, probably his best one. Yeah, some of the Disruptor spells are okay. Shield, Shield is probably the best small spell that he can get in the game.
Sure. But there's no sort of like big stuns or...
No.
Or kind of just straight up huge damage spells that he can grab, unfortunately, for him.
Yeah, it's very hard to get a good spell from Disruptor. It's like sometimes you're like, oh, you can get one, but you usually end up just getting like a Kinetic Field or like a Thunder Strike. It's like pretty lackluster. And let's see how this does go down. I saw Zeo trolling a little bit with his item build. He was queuing up Witchblade. Kind of funny, but he definitely won't go that. And now we had a mic issue also.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
You broke my phone perfectly.
Beep, beep. I love this. I love when the people have like all these voice lines. Alrighty.
There we go.
What did you learn?
See how Setsu's able to handle the mid lane also, because nothing to say, as we've seen multiple times, he ends up just bullying most of these people.
30 seconds to battle.
He is in an advantageous matchup, of course. That's Storm versus Ember. Double warding the mid lane too. Okay, so they ward the
bottom.
Yeah, warding the bottoms. I guess like for rotations and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. I mean, they do have good rotation heroes when you look at Vici. Rubik and that Enchantress could look to make early moves around. That is a cute ward. What is this one? The Fallen. It's an uncommon ward. It's just a little soldier laying down. It's actually a pretty cute one. All right, let's see what we got.
See if they want to try and fight around here. They have got the three of them.
Whoops.
Vici.
The battle begins.
Setsu.
Looks like it should just be. Oh, they actually get the top one as well too.
Yeah, they're going to get the 3.
So they get 3. Really nicely done. See what this Marcy's going to be able to get out of the top lane, too. As we said, you know, Marcy versus Troll, bit of a struggle of a matchup throughout all stages of the game. Isn't a Baden that he is going to be playing with, though, on the Troll, so not the most aggressive hero that you can look to play, so maybe that's going to allow the Marcy to have a bit of a better time, but probably not.
Yeah, I mean, the Troll's just going to feel super safe, right?
Yeah.
He can never really get gone on.
No, Troll, I mean, Shiro should have an absolute free farm. It's just how much... I think maybe Neo will be able to farm a little bit because he's not playing for some, like, very oppressive 5 position. But, I mean, at the same time, also just maybe not because of Troll.
Yeah, super strong laner.
Yeah. And that's, I'm gonna be mostly watching mid. I think this is gonna be a really important one for Vici. How Setsu's able to start off, and I think nothing to say. He should be able to have a really big advantage in this one.
Dire's top tower.
Might even be able to see some like solo kills if he does see an opportunity at 3 with a pull.
Yeah, likely that Setsu might have to bring out extra regen in this matchup.
Yeah.
How much harassment it'll take from the Storm.
Does get a range deny though. That's pretty big. Pretty even first 2 waves.
Looking at this at the bottom lane, do you imagine this is a lane where they can sort of threaten the Pango? Like, how easy is it going to be for Zeal to find farm down here?
They should be able to in theory, but I mean, Zeal, he is super comfortable. This is literally one of his best, if not his best hero, so I'm looking forward to see him actually have a more free time than the usual offlane Pangos. Ooh, needs a stun. That's kind of painful. We'll get the pull off. He could suffer down here, but right now, I mean, he's doing excellent. First few waves. Shiro actually takes quite a beating.
How are they doing for regen up there on the 2 of them? They're just down to the last 2 tangos on Why You Smile.
He can get miscoil if he sees the need for it, though, also. Not right now, but maybe if at like level 3.
Yeah. That might feel necessary if Vici Gaming is able to continue to keep Shiro low.
They're also low on resources, though, on Vici. I mean, they have the 2 tangos and a salve on FY, but 0 on Neo. You only have sidekick to work with. Planet. Oh, a little bit of an early glimpse there, but it's some pressure.
It's going to set up some good damage. The shield crash as well. Erica taking quite the hit.
If he waits maybe like even like 1 more second, they could perhaps be able to get on top of Erica. That was very close. Good try, though.
You'll have to do better than that.
Mid lane. Both mids continue to try and push each other over the edge. It's very, very close so far. 13 for 2, 12 for 2.
Setsu is very much so holding his own, though. Even gets the chains at 4. So it could go either way. He could even get the kill on him too. Nothing to save. Nothing to say. He's not careful.
Yeah, high chance for a solo kill here between the mids. Could go either way.
This is a really fun matchup to watch. Drow isn't going to be slowed down at all, so Erica is going to be able to get this free farm, but Zeal is getting some decent farm as well, too. I thought he'd have more of a struggle than the Marcy would in particular, even though the Marcy is versus that Troll Warlord.
I mean, how's nothing to say doing on stick charges? He's only got one. He's got the Fairy Fire still.
Should be okay. Yeah, gets the glimpse away also.
He's going to have to be really careful. We'll see with the water runes if any of the supports come over to try and deny one of the enemy mids from getting a refuel.
It's really impressive that Setsu's... Sometimes it really does happen where the Storm's able to put so much pressure on, but yeah, Setsu, excellent stuff so far. And they're double-checking runes.
I like this, yeah, that this is going to make things really painful for the Storm.
FY even not showing himself, but there is a ward.
They're going to see him, but either way, yeah, nothing to say he's not going to be able to grab it. He'll have to head back and settle for the bounty rune instead.
Not going to top him off as much, though, of course. Really good moves right now from Vici in the early game. 0-0, but in the lanes, everything's looking hot. Marcy even free. Yeah, Marcy's free farming.
Yep.
So yeah, it does make that difference that it is just like this Abaddon that's there with the Troll instead of some like aggressive ranged 5.
Yeah, with the helm already done on the Marcy, she's going to feel pretty safe.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Top bottom. On top of Erica, but able to turn with the multi-shot, forcing Zeal to have to step back himself with the swashbuckle.
It's optimistic when they go aggressive onto this Drow Ranger. And sometimes you can look, it's like, oh, they're almost going to get her, but they're likely to just get turned on very quickly. They do definitely lack the damage early on to go for this Drow. And I like that Erica has gone for this early type of HP build on the Drow. Yang should be just fine. And yeah, looking at Erica's items, boots, raindrop, and a fluffy hat. So super early that he wants to tank up a little bit here.
All right, stepping forward, he might just be able to take down Planet. Fairy Fire's popped by Planet. And it's going to be first blood going to Erica.
Might
They
get
can even
two.
turn towards Zeal as well. But many Mud Golems chasing him out of the lane. He's not got enough mana to jump away. They'll take out the two of them. Very well played here by the duo of Erica and Yang.
Really big fan of how Erica did do that itemization so that you can play confident in the lane, play aggressive. 2-0. With that death, they will fill the bottle of the Storm. Storm has now hit level 6, but all 3 lanes.
That's a good start from
Looking real
Vici,
good.
yeah. Top lane, got the lane pushed into themselves, so continuing to be able to find the easy farm on Marcy.
Very big deal. Nothing to say. He's just like stacking jungle. They're checking now. They're double checking runes. But Setsu, he ends up getting the haste himself anyway.
It's very nicely done. And they'll glimpse him back, but yeah, with the haste in the bottle, even if he gets threatened, he still had a remnant mid to jump to, so it doesn't even need to pop the active rune.
Now top, Shiro's alone. They get aggressive.
Got the lift up. If he's got any way out of this one, Shiro has got the movement speed. With the boots, it's a bit too speedy for them to continue to chase. Back up with the Abaddon returns.
2K lead though already at 6 minutes. Getting those first early bounties, getting that pressure also, making the moves around the power runes. Or around the early water runes, apologies. That's a very good start.
That belongs to me.
And they are also, the thing is too, they're slowing down Shiro. They are making him miss some last hits as well in comparison with Erica's.
I mean,
missing almost nothing.
Oh yeah, they're just driving a very free start. Especially with those kills they were able to be involved in with punishing the attempt from PSG.LGD to get something done down there.
Yeah, and if they are going to be putting down the Storm Spirit also, right? Nothing to say is the one who ideally wants to be doing that early rotation to be able to kill Erica to shut down this Drow Ranger. He's not going to be able to do that very early one because he has had this slower start. Very impactful stuff.
Setsu just having the lane to himself now. Nothing to say. Clearing up the camps and not being able to stay involved in the mid completely. So has to go back to base.
Yang also now he can't, of course, take away like a Satyr or anything just yet with the level 2 enchant, but he will be able to at least grab that mana burn creep, which is going to be obnoxious. And he does scout that stack is there at the ready, so they could look to contest it with Setsu.
Dire's middle
Setsu
tower
already
is
prepping
under
the Remnant
attack.
on bottom. And they're going to swing FY again. They're just going to keep setting up this Storm for success. Or this Ember Spirit for success, sorry.
We'll be able to check the bottom rune, PSG.LGD, and the spawn is going to be down there. So Planet able to pick it up before Setsu's able to jump over. See on the odds here, provided by our partner, esportsbet.io. Very much feeling that Vici having the better beginning here, and they certainly do. 2K advantage so far. So solid start, and Drow in a very prime position here from the laning stage. Complete free farm.
How annoying. Yang burning the mana. Nothing to
Got
say.
the chains as well. It's got the stick charges and still enough mana to separate from both Yang and Setsu. Still the pressure just continuing to be put on, and nothing to say. It's going to have a slow entry into this game.
And I mean, looking at top, it's already a phase boots on this Marcy, level 6 too. So difficult for many people to occupy the top lane when the Marcy was able to have a successful lane like this. Most heroes, if you go up there, you're just going to die to the Unleash. Erica now looks to make the move also. They want to put pressure on tower.
Yeah, just leaves that bottom lane as soon as the level 6 comes online for Zeal. Doesn't want to hang around here and risk giving their life away to a dive-in from a Pango with the Rolling Thunder.
I like quite a lot here so far.
Is under attack.
At the moment, 2 of the cores on the side of PSG.LGD. They are just straight jungling right now.
What's that suit?
Are scanning.
On his way down. See if he's able to just check for the bounty runes. Do you want to try and go for anything more? Leave a remnant around here.
He's spotted. Difficult for him to make that move.
No, nothing to say. He has been able to catch up with the farm.
My sprites
Yang.
are with us.
Level 5.
Still got 1 charges and a Fairy Fire.
Can they get the glimpse? They can.
Tries
Nice
to push
try.
himself to the side before the kinetic field forms, but indeed not enough to save him.
Good attempt. Nice little push there. He was trying to at least like force a Rolling Thunder, but Zeal, as we've said, very comfortable on the Pango. He knows that he doesn't need to use it, just waits for that low cooldown on the Swashbuckle versus Ench. But it's just an Ench game, so not that big a deal. Regen, though, for nothing to say. That one is a big deal.
Yeah, that's going to give him a lot of benefit if he wants to start farming his jungle.
And now that 10-minute hit, so we're going to be seeing that tome picked up. Disruptor, I believe, instantly bought it. So Planet, he will have that Static Storm. So they might look to set up onto Setsu here. Does he have the backup? Right now he does. He has FY behind him.
Yeah, not going to be an easy kill to execute.
He is pretty tanky, too, since he's gone for the corrosion and stuff like that. He does have quite a bit of HP. They're going to smoke up. They want to go toward top.
Let's have a look. Regen popped.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're like, we got to push this Marcy out. She's having way better than we
There's
anticipated.
a lot of heroes off the map. I mean, Yang's going to block the smoke movement. So he'll be the focus. He should die here, even with the heals.
Ooh.
Yeah, not enough to save him.
Nicely done, though. Gets the enchant. He dispels the regen off the storm.
Oh, now they're going to try and tap. But the Static Storm's there to stop Niu and Setsu from immediately being able to continue on to nothing to say. Nothing to say goes for the TP out, but the lift is there. And that's going to be nothing to say taken down. FY able to put a stop to his escape. And Vici Gaming, they'll push on for more. Diving the tier 1 tower, they're over to Why You Smile. Running in with the damage of the Unleash. It's going to be a second kill for Vici Gaming. You lose Yang, but they take 2, and one of them being the big one, ending the life of the Storm Spirit.
Love the moves from the supports. Yang's like, thank you, right? He just walks in, kind of reads the smoke movement. Tanks so much. That's the entire regen, entire mana pool from the Storm Spirit that he eats, and they end up getting the better trade out of it. Now, top also, they'll be able to get this tower. Sure, they lose bottom tower, but Vici.
Yeah, good kills on it, and
Very
they're
good
keeping
moves.
Erica ahead of the game here. 5.6k net worth on the Drought.
And it's gonna be a Drow who's also buffed up and enabled constantly from sidekick also.
And they want to keep going for aggression here beyond the tower. Setsu.
He's still 5 on Y.
Not going to be able to catch him with the rebound. Zeal, considering if there's going to be anything he can do to help out. He's coming in with a Rolling Thunder.
The mech just got delivered.
But Why You Smile still gets taken out by the multi-shot from Erica. Zeal, he'll have to roll away from this one. There's no fight to be had here for PSG.LGD. The top tower will fall. Erica getting the kill and getting the
Zeal.
last on the tower. Catch with the chains, rebound as well. And disposing backwards into the silence. You'll see nothing to say. Jump straight over towards Erica. Closing the gap on the Drow
Ooh.
Ranger. They'll be able to take the Drow down. Nothing to say. Goes for more.
Big
He gets
static.
caught by the roots, but indeed the ultimate here from Planet causing issues for Vici Gaming. Setsu, he'll jump out. In fact, jumps back in. He's able to get actually in on top of nothing to say a second time. Take him down. Slider fist as well. Planet to fall. So all things said and done, that PSG.LGD, it looked like they were about to sort of swing the fight back in their favor, but Setsu ends up getting the ultimate cleanup.
The numbers, Vici, they have all 5 heroes there. They will lose the Drow Ranger, but persist throughout the fight because of the sidekick. Sidekick on that Ember Spirit
It
also
healed
does
up.
hurt. Yeah, it heals and hurts quite a bit. Ton of extra damage on that slight. Didn't have mana or didn't have the cooldown on the kinetic field, right? Because he got a good Static Storm, but didn't have enough to keep them inside of him.
Yeah, if Setsu was able to if they were able to trap Setsu in there, probably would have died.
Yep. Big deal, though. All 3 cores, top and net worth. Marcy has phase, like 2 components of BKB and Helm of Iron Will, and that's a really big deal. This Marcy,
Very difficult to kill.
way more farm than
And a lot of
anticipated.
damage, of course, as we're
Yeah.
seeing. You get him with the Unleash, and it's not easy for some of these heroes to deal with.
Yeah, even though they counterpicked it with that troll, like he is not feeling that pressure whatsoever right now.
No. Of course, yeah, at this moment, Shiro does not want to be involved. Still playing the farm game, trying to get his Battle Fury.
Now they're gonna get the glimpse though. Do they have enough damage?
I see nothing to say. Jump over towards FY instead. And it's going to allow Neo to walk away. So they wanted the Rubik. They didn't want to bother with the Marcy.
Yep. As soon as she jumps away, they don't want to commit more of the mana. I'm sure nothing to say is like, I don't want to be jumping with using my whole mana pool and maybe missing a kill.
Sure, but like, why'd you go past the Marcy to go on the Rubik rather than just settle for the Marcy?
Maybe, I mean, they don't see everything, right? They don't
Sure,
know where the Drow is.
They
and
want to go
stuff
for
like
the quick
that, too.
kill.
Yeah, get
rather
the easy
than,
kill.
overcommit for something that they may not get.
Yeah.
Yep, makes sense.
Just in case they don't want to get turned on here. Static Storm back available. Abaddon has now hit 6. Battle Fury soon finished for Shiro. So even though, yeah, Vici, it's an excellent start for them, LGD still is getting their farm.
Trolls should be able to still hit good timings.
Bottom.
Ooh. Setsu's away. Still on track himself to get a very good time on the Maelstrom. Just a few hundred gold off it.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with mostly like Setsu and with the Marcy with Niu.
Sure. Well, great play in the mid matchup from Setsu
Yeah,
today.
great play from the both of them, the way that they played that lane. Erica, I figured he'd have this type of like good start, but I did not think that the Ember Spirit versus the Storm would have such an explosive one. been a really treat to see. And it's been a treat to see how they've been moving around. They're very comfortable with these double movements with the supports to check runes and stuff like that. It's been a common thing that especially FY has done for years and years and years.
Tower is under attack.
Yang. Felt confident. This Enchantress just walks up into the enemy jungle. Always super pesky, these Enches. They're tankier than you anticipate, even though you have something like the Pangos, which is one of the better heroes to kill him.
I'm going to try for Neo. The Static Storm. I mean, yeah, there's no getting him out of that one. So Neo does fall. Zeo.
Uh-oh, FY.
He's going to be able to have the damage here as FY gets dragged back by the glimpse. PSG.LGD finding a little bit of an opening there from Vici Gaming. Neo feeling a bit stronger than he was, pushing out that top lane.
Starting to get things rolling for them pretty heavily. Shiro with his Battle Fury finished. He's going to start being able to surpass the Drow Rangers farm. And nothing to say with that kill. Has now surpassed that Ember Spirit. Soon to be 12. He's gone for that Witchblade. Always like when they go for Witchblade when you're playing versus Drow Ranger. And looking at Planet's item build, this is a pretty cool one on the Disruptor if he does opt to actually finish the Yules. You know, he's going to have these options to set up your own Static Storms easily. Something versus like Ember. Dispelling off either Sidekick, Dispelling Flame Guard, and then getting that Storm. It's pretty impactful. And they are giving him farm.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I
cool.
guess even that, so it's just nice as well to hold back a Marcy that's running at you.
Yeah.
Send them up in the air.
Yeah, it's like if you get Yules, you can go like this Yules Blink Aghanims build and stuff like that in time since he's playing 4. And you have this insane type of scaling from a 4-position Disruptor. Vici, things have calmed down quite a lot for them, playing much more farm heavy for these next few moments, it feels like. Wanting to finish up the BKB on the Marcy, then perhaps that's going to be the indicator that lets them play a bit more aggressive. But it's a lot of downtime where I'm pretty sure PSG.LGD is very happy. Guardian Greaves finished up on Zeal.
Dire are scanning.
And up top again.
They're going to go for a pretty much a repeat of what we had moments ago up top. So they get the glimpse back, but they're hesitant on kind of overcommitting for Neo. They know that the backup's going to be coming in. This time, not quite enough damage to take the Marcy out.
That's just, it's like space making, right? They're like, oh, as soon as they see that 1 or 2 of those heroes show, they're like, oh, okay, don't overcommit. We don't want to waste a whole mana pool, lose a hero.
Yep.
Troll is free farming,
Troll,
right?
he certainly is. Shiro, as you say, taking over the Drow, and
Is under attack.
kind of the game continues at this pace. That gap's only going to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Not going to be easy for Erica to keep up in farm unless they can find some more action to be involved in as a team, Vici Gaming.
And difficult for Erica in particular to protect himself, right? To protect on the Drow. Sure, he's got great item timings and everything that has Hurricane Pike, but there's a Pango and a Storm to build the gap close.
Yeah, they'll be going straight for him as well.
Yeah. Power Rune. What's it gonna be? Double Smoke.
What's the haste? He's able to grab it. It's caught by the Searing Chains. They get the lift up, but he's still able to zip away. Nothing to say he's out of there. Healed up as well. He's perfectly fine. Meanwhile, in the river, Neo, he committed with the BKB, but nobody to punch into. PSG.LGD, they're able to back out.
It's step away. That's an Unleash and a BKB used from that Marcy. Disruptor still has Static Storm. 10 seconds plan is going to have it back available. They didn't have to pop too much there. Sure, they had to use Pango
They're looking
roll,
for
but...
Roche.
Okay, I mean, Pango roll is down, so that is a pretty big one.
And that, yeah, sure, at the moment, nowhere near. So if PSG.LGD were to make a move to try and push them out, they wouldn't be doing it with the Troll. And what's the mana state of nothing to say? He's showing on the top lane, so he's not going to be able to... maybe he is going to be able to... He's starting to walk across. Outside of the pit, Static Storm, drop down onto the 2 of them.
It's a good one.
Vici Gaming, they're still able to find the space to finish Roche, get the Aegis into the hands of Erica. They'll turn, they'll take down the Abaddon while you smile to fall.
Cool.
So they get away with it.
Very heads-up call. I mean, they're just... I guess Rolling Thunder being on cooldown is just more than enough for them to just make that call to go in there. That's really smart.
I know, like they saw nothing to say pushing out the top lane. Oh, nearly gets caught by a gust.
Oh, if he gets hit there, he's dead. If he gets hit from that gust, definitely going to go down just off the mark. That could have been a very big momentum swing.
Yeah, still, as it is, quite a nice one. Getting that Aegis. See what they can do with this one.
Very heads-up call. And FY, he did get one of those bigger spell steals also that we talked about. One of the best ones you can get this game, the casual one. He's got the Aphotic Shield. So that Rubik, now in some of these situations, if there is going to be like a Static Storm laid down, he could actually just protect. This Ember Spirit could protect the Marcy and stuff like that. The jump.
I see nothing to say. He's going to zip in. Wants to try and help out Planet. We'll be able to take out FY. They'll lose Planet. Zeo with the Rolling Thunder. He's going to go over towards Neo. They'll try and glimmer Neo in a chance to survive. BKB and unleashes up. Gonna pop it, turn towards Shiro, but Shiro himself pops his BKB in the battle trance, takes out the Marcy, is now gonna be heading towards Yang. As Yang slowing down the attack speed a little bit. May not be able to survive through the inevitable other side of the fight. They get the control onto Setsu. It's not enough. Still a remnant at the ready. He jumps back up to the high ground. Yang does eventually go down to those slow attacks of Shiro. At PSG.LGD, they go for the fight around the river. And they take it very well. Very much seeing that the power of the troll is Shiro just able to step in. BKB battle trance. Nobody's able to stand toe-to-toe with this hero right now.
No, Marcy tries, but you can clearly see that there's just no hope being able to, even if it is a pretty farm Marcy. I think it was that level 2 Unleashed too. It's still just not enough to stand toe-to-toe versus a Troll Warlord.
Yeah, Shiro's just super strong in the midst of the fights.
Yeah.
Oh, and BKB, they have to kite him. They cannot fight during those moments.
Absolutely. And FY, he didn't even get to use the aphotic shield. He got jumped on instantly and just gets killed. So good target prioritization coming out from PSG.LGD.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much see that, yeah, for nothing to say. He will go for that Rubik every time he sees him.
Yep.
He doesn't want to let FY get to play around with his magic.
And now they do have a secondary form of jumping into backlines too. They have the blink on the Pango also. Yeah. And seeing Zeal, little things to point out also. I mean, these are always efficiency things, but he's been constantly dropping Tumbler's Toy every time they use like these mana boots and everything like that. So all about mana efficiency. Getting aggressive again. Every time they have Rolling Thunder, they're feeling windows. Even though they're playing versus this Aegis, they are not feeling any threats.
No, not at all. It's just go, go, go here from PSG.LGD. Yang will be able to sneak away.
Radiant's bottom tower
Bit of a misplay
is
there.
under attack.
But they will be able to put that pressure onto bottom tower. Glyph is available.
Are fortified.
Are they going to look to mount a defense? This does not look very easy for Vici to fight around this tower right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh,
under
this
They might just have
Tetsu's
to give
gone.
it up.
They
Yeah.
let this one fall.
Too risky.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely shows sort of the vibe of the game. You know, 10 to 10, only a 2K lead, but the team that's not got the Aegis in play, they're the ones taking tier 2 towers. Meanwhile, the side with the Aegis, not really getting a lot done.
Nicely done from FY, at least there. I was like, uh-oh, nothing to say. Had a DD rune, and then he was about to get an Arcane, but FY at least able to deny that one away. And now he has a tool to be able to protect himself. He can actually ball lightning and zip out of that fight. Bottom, it looks like Planet really wants to go for Yang.
They want to
here.
kill Yang.
shows. Bye-bye.
Not very slow, but should be sure enough death.
Couple extra hits, and he's got that fervor building up.
It's building up.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's the basher done for Shiro. The items continuing to fly out. Top net worth and
Are fortified.
very, very farmed right now.
Vici, if they want to look to defend these type of tier 2s, these towers, they have to be all 5 heroes already set up, or it has to be like the Ember who TPs. Because if someone just TPs in, you're going to get glimpsed to wherever you came from, unless you have like a BKB or something to prevent it, or it's the Ember who drops a Remnant and then gets glimpsed and comes right back. So yeah, they have to give up these towers when they're not all set up.
As I say, it just feels a bit awkward. They're the team with the Aegis, but they've lost a couple of towers themselves. They haven't been able to do anything on sort of PSG.LGD's half of the map.
Yeah.
And, you know, Erica's Aegis only got 30 seconds left on it. They weren't able to do something with the Aegis. What are they going to be able to do without it?
And they're starting to get some pretty big items to, in particular, answer versus that Drow. Also, I see Ybb Smile. He's got, you know, Lyrical's favorite item queued up. The Medallion, something we don't see ever picked up, but a very good one when you're playing versus Drow. That plus armor is always very significant.
Are scanning.
And Planet, yeah, he has queued up the item that we
The blink?
we
The
figured.
Ags?
Yeah, Blink Ags. I mean,
Blink
it's
Ags.
very standard when you see the Yules in particular.
I mean, it really is on Disruptor. When you do get that Ags, it's just one of those game over spells.
It's GG move. It's GG
You know what
moments,
I mean?
yeah.
You get a setup, Blink Ags, you catch one of the cores, it's game over.
He did not get Philosopher's Stone, though, so he's not going to be able to get that like free gold that comes from it. Mid lane, Setsu has BKB.
Ooh, first hit bash into the Rolling Thunder. That
He's
buys
gone.
time for the roll for her, and the pullback from nothing to say. First hit bash does it from Shiro.
Tough to even like go for any type of play there, even if you don't get bashed. It's like if
Top.
you get the BKB,
Look at this
you might
quick
get
move from
rooted.
Planet as well.
FY.
It's going to be able to set up for more. FY with the ball lightning will manage to get away. Shiro considering stepping forward. FY, he'll zip away. He's got enough mana to make it out. Erica attempting to turn towards Ybb Smile, but gets caught by the disarm from Zeal. But borrowed time is at the ready for Ybb Smile, so we'll be able to walk this off a bit more. Zeal jumps
Erica.
back and aggressively over towards Erica. Catches him with a disarm. Shiro puts the BKB, but no ult to rely on at the moment here for the troll, so Shiro has to be a bit careful. He'll opt to TP out with the remainder of that BKB, and he'll make it.
They're actually going to lose nobody on LGD? Really? I thought they'd at least lose maybe one, because they committed a bit far. Erica was in the area. Erica did not use BKB either. Good patience coming out from him. Yeah, they're actually going to lose nobody. Zeal still chilling over here.
Yeah, knows he's safe with this wall coverage.
Radiant's middle
Just quelling back
tower
in.
is
He's
under
going to
attack.
continue like cutting down some path. Maybe cut a wave or something. I mean, he's doing some crazy
He could.
stuff.
He certainly could. He's got his spells, he's got Greaves, he's got Blink, he's got TP. How'd he go?
Uh-oh. That might get him killed.
No.
Oh, no, Zeal.
He tried. He's still got the Rolling Thunder.
He's got another swash.
But they'll catch him. Sometimes you just don't jump far enough with the tumblers.
That was a little awkward.
Couldn't make it over the ravine.
He had a couple things he could definitely do, like Rolling Thunder and then TP
Sure.
or something too, but
He went for
whoopsie.
Dire's top tower
the stylish play. Just
You know,
quick jump and a TP.
Even
Didn't work.
hey, even the Grandmaster tier players as their
Aye,
heroes
true.
sometimes make those.
They
mistakes.
do.
So
They
everybody
do.
can make mistakes, guys. You know,
They
don't worry.
really can. And if you've seen Gordon Ramsay make a cheese toaster, you'll know that. Have you seen that video?
No, I haven't.
Here you, even the best. Sometimes the simple things.
Up top, tower. We'll drop a big one. This tower opens up outpost now for Vici.
Dire's top tower is fortified.
Oh, arcane room for set, so that's nice.
That is a big
See what
one.
they can do with this one. Still, fighting into Shiro is very, very difficult.
Absolutely.
They got to get his ult and BKB out and then back out. There's no way they can fight when these buttons are ready to press for Shiro.
He's also level 18, so it is the level 3 ult now.
Yeah.
We'll pretty much shred anybody he gets on top of. How's the Basher looking on Niu? Okay, getting closer for the Marcy Basher, so that will unlock some potential to be able to stand toe-to-toe with the Troll Warlord for a bit. Still probably just going to get shredded, but we'll at least be able to control him during it a little, perhaps. Okay, and Shiro, that's kind of that's different. It's not something I would have expected. Actually goes for the SNY this game.
All right. I mean, you know, the kind of the chance of killing this troll, it's... I don't know if it's happening. I don't know how Shiro can die right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's going to be
Like
literally hasted in these team fights. Drum is
Yeah.
going to get popped,
He'll
and then
stay
he's
on targets
hasted.
easily.
Let's see if Vici's able to make the magic happen. Arcane Rune, it's almost expiring on the Ember, but he's waltzing in. Zeal, very in position for this here.
Yeah, this is a hard move for Vici to make.
Smoke breaks on Setsu. He pings, he knows they're in that area. Zeal has changed his item build as well, too. He had Basher queued up, has the plate mail now, so it looks like he just, I mean, it's plus armor, everything about just getting on top of the Drow Ranger and stopping that marksmanship aura and just preventing for her from any right clicks. How's the neutral item situation looking, too? Because I saw Setsu, he was holding Arcane Ring still at 27 minutes.
Oh,
Shiro.
here comes the roll. Zeal. And we are getting on top of Erica.
They get the chains
They
done!
found the drown. The pit. Shiro pops the BKB in the battle trance. Neo pops his own BKB.
Oh
tries
my
to hold
God.
his ground. But they've lost the drown. Neo's getting rooted up. Bashed as well. The two of them dead.
Oh, no, Erica didn't use BKB. They didn't have the save either. I didn't see actually where FY was. Did he not have a lift to kind of move the Drow or something to be able to get a BKB up? But no matter what, they got chain stunned.
They did it. I mean, straight away, they knew that Erica was sort of hiding around that area in the pit.
Oh, and
Nothing to
Roche.
say and Zeal goes immediately for him.
And Roche is up in 3 seconds.
Oh, if they check that,
Planet's right there. He's pinging
they're
it.
going to see it.
And they kill it so fast
They
here.
do. It's a free Aegis and a shard,
Oh,
surely,
boy.
for PSG.LGD. They're getting very far ahead now. Vici Gaming, they had a good start this game. Some good lanes. But when the moves started to be made, and sort of the way that PSG.LGD knew to just make good space for Shiro, get his Battle Fury BKB, and it really is looking to be at a point where this troll looks pretty untouchable. 4-0-2, he's not died at all this game, and there's a high chance he won't die at all still by the end of it, with
Yeah.
the lead that they now have, PSG.LGD.
He is truly amped up completely with these shields, with the Pango getting lucky shots and stuff like that. Drum
And in
is
the mid.
a beast now.
Nothing to say. He's going to get the grab onto Setsu. Hasn't got anything to follow up. He's getting pretty low on the Storm. We'll be able to
Reeves.
zip away. And Setsu has to BKB and run. Yang, he'll get dragged back.
This is the other big difference too, is when you have something like a Marcy in the offlane, it's all about like, you have to be able to ensure that you're able to get this scaling going and stuff like that. When you compare that to what Zeal's able to do, and he has Guardian Greaves, there's a big difference. You know, if this Marcy's able to not just get this like instant kill with her Unleash and stuff like that, you really start to feel that like team fight aspect difference, because there's no Greaves, there's no auras that's coming out from Vici's offlaner. Big moments. PSG.LGD starting to really run away with the game completely.
Oh, they really are. Looking very impressive.
Super. I mean, besides just the gold lead, I mean, look at the levels is starting to get pretty crazy. It's level 20 on Troll, 18 Storm. Even the support's starting to get pretty high level. Disruptor's 14, Marcy 13. After Neo had, like we said, a very successful laning phase and all that, has just been completely stopped.
Yeah, I mean, he just can't perform what he wants to in the team fights. It's just impossible against the heroes that PSG.LGD have.
And he's also just unable to farm, really, because when you look at their draft, it does end up being a bit greedy. When you have like the Drow, the Ember, and the Marcy, all three do want to farm. So Neo, he has 128 last hits. It's actually very low for a hero like Marcy. Ember has 213, Drow has 253. They're absorbing most of that space.
Yeah, they're having to get near the time to try and get him back in.
He's just very, very far behind now at this point. And of course, like we said, playing versus the Troll is always extremely difficult.
It's a difficult game for Marcy.
It is. Had a better lane than I thought he would.
True, yeah. Yeah, if anything, indeed, did sort of overperform in that scenario.
The LGD now, it's constricting the map. They're taking the Ancients away. The soonest Satanic going to be finished onto Shiro. They're starting to get quite massive. Even Nothing to Say has regen rune now, so if the next fight does kick off, he can join wherever it really is. And he is going to be going for a Hex. So the chain stun, it's going to get even more powerful. Setsu is still holding an Arcane Ring. Okay, he's finally switching.
Is he?
I think a kill is coming out now.
All right, there we go. I mean, the Arcane Ring, it feels nice, you know. Mini mana boots.
I know you're a big culprit of keeping those tier 1 neutrals for a very long time.
So sometimes you just forget, you know. Especially when you find a nice tier 1 neutral.
That is true.
You know, you're not looking for anything else. You're happy. You're content.
Spoke up. Any big neutrals other than that picked up? Okay, Zeal, he did get a Mindbreaker on the Pango. Shiro found a Titan Sliver on the side of Vici. Ceremonial Robe on the Rubik. The initiation. Zeal's in.
He's in. They'll start things off onto Neo. They're looking to burst through the Marcy before there's any chance of a BKB or an ult, and they'll manage to do it. That's Neo gone. Doesn't manage to press any of the buttons. He's out for 50.
Just clean initiations.
And they're going to go for more. Here's the Hex pick up. Nothing to Say. Commits with the BKB. He'll find FY. Straight into the back lines, looking to get rid of this Rubik. The Glimmer's there in time, as well as the Aphotic Shield. FY's going to live it now. Nothing to Say. He's actually out of mana. They should be able to pop through the Aegis, no problem.
He did use BKB already.
I used the Static Storm Planet, trying to hold Jang off to the side. Shiro, he's just going to get in with the BKB. Still holding on to the Battle Trance. He had to pop that. At least the aggression will give space for Nothing to Say to back out, despite his own BKB already being used.
Great shield there. Zeal actually very likely to die. Gets the shield off. He even passes off the gem just in case. I think Zeal was very careful, or very close to actually getting brought down. The shield stops the lift and bring back. That was very close. A very cool play from LGD just to bail out the Storm Spirit, right? They're like, uh-oh. I'm sure that
they had to go in there to
Nothing to Say is like, I
yeah.
don't have BKB, guys, so you see that's why Shiro just BKB and charges in. Doesn't use Battle Trance because he doesn't want to overcommit, but wants to give the space to that Storm to be able to exit. Really good communication. I thought they'd lose Zeal. That was just like perfect timing of the shield. Thought FY would also die, but very close to dying, but gets glimmered and then has the Aphotic Shield to get rid of Witchblade.
Yeah, wasn't sort of quite as clean of a dive as I think Nothing to Say would have hoped for at the start when he goes to that high ground zip. FY was a little too distant. You know, good positioning from it on the Rubik to make sure that Nothing to Say had to use that extra bit of a jump to have a chance of even just bringing him low.
They also now pass off the gem to Nothing to Say also, because last time you know, he jumped and it's like these glimmers and stuff like that can be a bit disruptive. Now he will be able to stick on a target.
Yang will show here.
It's an easy one. DD rune on the Storm.
BKB's back up for Shiro. Bring in the mid lane. Looks to see that they want to try and get the bomb lane in as well.
Planet, they're just giving Planet farm on these side lanes. They're like, we have a big lead, and if Planet's able to finish up the Aghanims, it's just GG. Yeah, he's already. I mean, it's a bit slow. He's gonna be having 2 components soon, but either way, splitting up the map nicely. Nothing to Say. Can look to jump pretty soon. He's gonna go for it.
Yeah, straight for it. There's the Hex. So the Vortex, he's
got
got
him.
He's got
Wow.
enough damage on his own there. He didn't even need the backup on its way.
Ceremonial robe
Yeah,
is a
it's-
unbelievable item when
I
you get these type of
I
jumps.
think definitely made the difference there.
Yeah.
That extra bit of lowered magic resist.
It's the magic resist,
And-
it's the length of those controls
That's
too,
true.
right? Like that
Yep.
hex feels like it lasts an eternity. Perfectly done there from nothing to say. How much gold did he get?
Yeah, it should have been a pretty big kill for him.
Oh, someone actually got an assist for that. Wait, what?
Yeah, he was near enough. One of
Guess
them
he was close
was
enough, yeah.
behind him, was making their way over.
I mean, either way.
Yeah.
Oh, immense solo kill. Map now completely constricted. Vici stuck in the base. He did the math.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Vici, the whole of them up 10 seconds.
Oh,
to Setsu.
Erica shows himself bottom. Uh-oh.
That's gonna hurt.
Has
He-
BKB, but there's a gem.
They have got that gem. They've got the
Hello.
bashes as well from Zeal. No way out of this for this drought.
Took a risk to farm that creep
I
wave.
mean,
Not worth
and
it.
took a risk to spend up as well. Does not have buyback gold.
Ooh.
Down for over a minute.
That is actually a very good point.
See how much they're able to do with this PSG.LGD. They'll catch Yang. Another quick kill outside of the base.
Boot to the bearing now. Finished up for Why You Smile. Very farmed about it, actually. Wow. I mean, if they recognize that this Drow doesn't have buyback, they could likely just push for a Rax, but they are not. I don't think they're aware that he did spend the gold. But they are going to start knocking on the front door to get that information.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There we go, this mid tower.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Look at that attack speed. And so tanky, too.
They just who's going to hurt him? There's no
44.
damage to even threaten this drop.
It's so much
At this
plus. It's so much plus armor too, right? Like even if the Drow's there, yeah, you'll remove all the base armor, but it's plus 26. So, not even use their second glyph. Look at the attack speed. Without battle trance, by the way. Solar Crest.
Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
Got what they came for.
What's the Roche timer? Still a minute on it. And the Aghanims for Planet, just about 1,000 gold away.
The Rapiers, I believe, should start getting queued up for the side of Vici, because I don't see any hope for them, really. Does anyone have it queued? Ah, the Marcy does. Yeah, okay. An optimistic one, but... Poke, Setsu?
They're going to try and go in on this, but Shiro,
Bash.
he turns straight away. He's in on top of the Ember. The bash into the root. Setsu cannot escape this. He's gone. Same for FY. Yang also in trouble. They'll turn towards Neo instead. Neo's able to get him with the BKB and unleash and take down Why You Smile. They'll look towards Shiro now instead, but the attack speed's building up. Shiro is going to turn his attention over towards the Drow. Takes out Erica. It's 4 dead. A buyback comes out, but it's all over. A die back there on Setsu. GG is called. PSG.LGD take this game 1. And they look very good doing it. A good start for Vici Gaming, at least. The lanes were good.